My son have been missing since December 12, which we have been looking for, and the Nigerian police have tried their own best. That the suspect was arrested by SARS, later transferred to anti-kidnapping. Upon no, they are anti-kidnapping now. All of them, they said that the man refused to confess. No proper investigation. Mostly the phone, my son's phone, then the suspect phone, and his boss phone. That's Michael Ojomo. All these phones supposed to be investigated during the time of the incident. I know what is happening. But up till now, nothing was done on that one. But at the end of the day, they charged the case to the court. When the policemen have done their own job, at the end of the day now, I have to read a letter to Inspector General of Police, which they acknowledge. I wrote a letter to Commissioner for Justice, Lagos State. They acknowledge it too. 3, I wrote a letter to Dr. Ibironke Sanwo-Olu, the mother of the state. When we are in the corridor of the court, when I met with the suspect, the Prophet Ologunla, Atupa Ologunla, I was even begging him. Instead of him to even listen to me, he started just messing me up by saying that you don't know anything. They can't do anything for him. I should go and ask of him from Oniru Palace, because he's the spiritual director for them. I should go and meet Ibro, that he is the spiritual director for all those people. So you know people more than me that there's nothing I can do. Can't do him anything. It's only I cannot record his voice. As the man was telling me, he's even putting on weight than before. He brought out money, 1,000. Started to mess me up that you don't have money, you don't have anything. And the man is very free with his phone in the court. He started phoning up and down in the court, drinking bottled water there. I was just begging him that he should please let me know whereabouts of my son, either dead or alive. My son's boss, Michael Ojomo, PA to Governor Sanwo-Olu on administration. When we met, when I contacted him, how far now about my son? He's just telling me that I should leave everything, that let the court decide on it. So, and I know, well, but I let him know that he's the number one suspect, because my son is living with you, sleeping with you, and you are the person that sent him on an errand, which he does not come back again.
What really happened? I think earlier this year.
Yes, sir.
One Mr. Jide came to our office. So he wrote petition to Commissioner of Police.
Yes, sir.
For missing person. First, you cannot give me the details of the tracking.
Okay,
I should go for the tracking. So I myself, my team, we went out. So they gave us the detail of the phone, which is this lost person.
Okay, sir.
So the number, I extract the number, I work on it. So we shall caught one guy at Ikotu.
Okay, sir.
So we have the guy that who is also person. We now mentioned that is his girlfriend. So where is the girlfriend? The girlfriend is in Apapa. So immediately we moved to Apapa. We arrested the girl. We now saw one phone, small phone with the girl. We asked the girl, how do you get this phone? He said it's his boyfriend, which is the first one we arrested at Ikotu.
Okay.
At Ikotu. He said it's the one that gave me the phone. And I asked the guy, how do you get the phone? He said he bought the phone inside one ghetto, something. For who? He mentioned one guy.
Okay.
So from there, we move on again to Ikotu inside Kodu side.
Yes, sir.
We went there again to try and get the guy, but fortunately that day we couldn't get him.
Okay.
Until we start to monitor that point. Until later we got the guy.
Okay.
When we got the guy now, how do you get phone? He says one Afar. He called the guy Afar dead.
Yes.
There is one man called Afar, is one that sold the phone. I said okay. One Sunday we got the Afar arrested.
Yeah.
So until when we arrested the man, we now discovered that the man is he call himself Wuli. So he was taking people to beach that very day on Sunday. We arrested him at front of synagogue church
Okay.
on Sunday. We track him down there. So we take him to office, we interrogate him. So this social phone, you are the one that sold it. How do you come across it? So he mentioned, he said that one day he was in a beach. He was in a beach praying. He saw one guy jump inside river there. That he later called the security people that they should caution this guy that jumped inside water. So the man the prophet now said the second around 4 o'clock when he finished praying. So he went to the valley once. He couldn't find him again.
Okay.
So he now went to Valley the Point. He saw his trouser, his shirt, and canvas. So he took it.
Okay.
He took it. I said he took it to Oniru then. That is late Oniru, the palace. So he took it to Oniru Palace. So, but the security there, they didn't allow him to enter.
Okay.
So along the line now, we now ask where is the clothes, where is the phone, where is everything? We have recovered the phone already. Where is the clothes and clothes we will take? He said it's in his house. So where do you say Ikotu? We take him back to Ikotu. It's apartment. Okay. So when we got there, we recover the phone, shirt, trouser, canvas, and the guy charger iPhone. So that's how we brought him back to office. From we interrogated him later. We went back to the beach to make inquiry. Maybe they see something like that. So that's how we end our investigation.
Since December, I'm just managing myself because I don't know even what to do because I cannot sleep well since all these days. Now, I have a sleepless night. I'm just going on and off in the hospital. If he's dead, I will know that he's dead. If he's alive, let me know that he's alive. What I want on this case is just begging. I'm begging the whole Nigerians just to make sure the way and the authority, mostly Lagos State government, how they will help me out of this, my son, just to see my son. If he's dead, let me know where they bury him. And if he's alive, let them show where he is. That is my own concern now.